Welcome to Calling the Shots podcast with Paulie Walnuts. I am your host, Paulie, and boy, let me tell you, that was a rough day. That was a really rough day, and of course, every loss hurts, man. Every loss hurts, but I was proud of the guys, man. I was proud of the way that our offense was able to put us in a situation to win that game, and it's just in typical fashion. We lose a game. The Lincoln Riley narrative starts up. Everybody wants to can him. They want to send him packing, and I mean, he sucks, and the guy doesn't know what he's doing or whatever. I would have done the same thing. You're in a hostile environment like that, and all these random things are happening throughout the game, fumbles and all these crazy things happening, and you get a chance to get your best football player, the one-on-one like that. You got to make that throw. You got to. And so Jaden made the throw, which was an absolute beautiful, beautiful throw. And it wasn't, I just thought with the momentum that we had, I thought we were going to be able to pull that out. I didn't think it was too much to ask for the defense, even though we got smacked around the entire game. I thought somebody on that defensive side of the ball would have that little bit of pride and anger left them that just they're mad about what's going on. So you know what? We just need someone to step up and make a play, and let's pack it up and let's go home. And that's all I was asking for. And that's not a whole lot to ask. Because you know what? In the world of sports, it's like with boxing and any other sport. You could be getting your butt kicked for who knows how many rounds or how many quarters or periods. Get your butt kicked. But you know what? All it takes is that one time. It depends on making that one play. Usually somebody steps up. And that's what I wanted. That's what I was hoping for. So I'm not going to blame Riley for that. Boy, he's taking a lot of heat for it. I mean, they're blaming him. I cannot believe they're blaming him for the defensive side of the ball as well. And that to me, it's mind blowing to me. Riley. Prime example. When did you ever see Mike Ditka stick his nose into Buddy Ryan's defensive room? When did you ever see Brian Billick ever stick his nose into Marvin Lewis's room with Ray Lewis and those guys in there? When did you ever see Bill Parcells ever stick his nose into the 86 Giants defensive room with Lawrence Taylor and those guys in there? And you know what? These defensive coaches, trust me, they know what's at stake right now. They don't need a guy like me to remind them, man. Trust me, they know. And we all know. So it is what it is. This is what we're dealing with here. The secondary, yeah, man, well, we got a lot of work to do. And the only way we can go is up. So I'm just praying and hoping that these guys get the development that they need and that they're able to progressively get better throughout the year and where they can become dependable, consistent, disciplined football players. And that's all we're hoping for. They're very young. They're raw. And they need a lot of work. I don't think it's fair that Desmond's getting ripped the way he is. Every time I heard the announcer even bring somebody's name up on the defensive side of the ball, it was always Desmond Stevens. Led the team in tackles today, by the way. And I see him maturing. He's playing well. Our linebackers it was just one of those games. We underestimated this opponent. Me included. None of us, not one guy, content creator, whoever, not one of us, did a deep enough dive to know who this kid was from Grambling at the right tackle. Or Josh Kruitz, who reminded me of his dad Olin today. Pancaking people. Talking trash. He even had Eric Gentry pancaked on his back. Gentry was laying there like a cockroach a couple of times. I've never seen that. When you see 18 on his back like that, that just shows you these are grown men that had some pride and had something to prove and played angry and imposed their will on us. You know what? It reminds me of the dream team when they played the college kids. college kids thought, they had the youth and the talent and this and that, and they were going to roll the dream team in practice. The dream team ended up, I mean, yeah, of course, everybody knows the story about how they blew it the first time, but blew it the first day. They weren't taking it serious, and, the college team ends up winning. But, the moral of the story is that they came back and played again, and the dream team ended up beating them by 100 just because they were grown men, and they knew how to play the game of basketball. And that's what happened to us today. I just think, we fundamentally, just on every level, we got our butts handed to us, man. We got beat up. We got smacked around. We were the freshman kids getting beat up over there behind the gym. And by the seniors. And Kreutz, man, that guy, man, let me tell you, he's a tough kid. But that whole offensive line, they came with purpose today. And kudos to them. That was a tough environment to play in, too. Like I said, none of us gave it. When Waymo fumbled that ball, I said, here we go, man. This thing's going to get ugly today, folks. But something just, I don't know. I don't know. I felt like something wasn't right. You're not playing with one of the best receivers in college football in Jacoby. He's at half speed, and thank God. We talked about it in pre-games, how the tight ends were going to play a big role in this game. I'm glad they did, but something was wrong with Eli today. I didn't see him running with that explosiveness that he usually runs with, and so I was a little worried about that. But losing the guys we've lost, man, like I said, the big unit, that was massive. We are not the same team without him. When when the general came in, the guy's thrown to the fire, like I said, but I think he's gonna transition well. If O'Connor needs to stay out for a few games, I think we'll be in good hands with the general. He's a veteran. He's played started 25 games at the college level. He knows what he's doing. But all in all, I think it's unfair of what a lot of people are doing to Riley. And we got 2 weeks to prepare for this Michigan team. And every team in the country is going to want to, that we play this year on our schedule, obviously is going to try to run it down our throats. But we're going to, I think we have the ability to change that up, and we have some of the personnel too to maybe put a stop to that. As far as the secondary goes, hopefully we'll get some guys back. Back being healthy these 2 weeks, or these 2 weeks will help us out a bit. But, like I said, I try to be more objective, and I try to view things in a positive way. How can we make things better? Like I said, in my job, man, everybody has I work in an industry that is pressure. The pressure is beyond pressure. It's like you don't sleep at night sometimes because of the pressure that I have to endure, man, when it comes to working for in the industry that I work in. And so, all you can do is just try to come up with new innovative ways to be successful, to reach your goals, and to do well. And I know that's what these guys are going to do. And they know better than anyone. Their backs are against the wall right now. It's one loss, though, guys. We need to chill out a little bit. It's one loss. All we can hope for is that they're going to learn from this. Just like, I did when I got punched for the first time. You learn from it. It's how you bounce back. And God knows a lot of us have been down in the dumps in the gutter before, man. We always bounce back. And that's what I'm hoping our boys are going to do. So let's continue to keep the faith, man. But, like I said, one more thing, too. I don't know if I said this already. But it's funny how we're losing our minds, man. Because when the schedule first came out, we all expected us to lose this game. Me included. But yeah, I've been on that magic carpet ride, man, enjoying this ride. And it's been fun. And that's what it's supposed to be. But I'm sticking with this team, man. I'm a fan. I've been a fan of this team since 1976, since I was a young boy. And I'm going to continue to love this Trojan team through and through. They mean the world to me, man. I'm a Trojan. We're all Trojans. And that stand for something. Remember that. And so we got to continue to support this team and to be there, win or lose, man. That's the way it rolls. If you're not in, then go ahead and jump ship, man. But if you're in, we're right there with you, buddy. That's the way it works. Fight on, guys. God bless you guys. Be safe out there. It's one game, okay? We're going to come back. All right? But another thing, one thing before I go, though. Did you see the way Riley, when Jade, this could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse. Because when Jaden threw that interception, I thought, we're done. This kid's over on the sideline by himself with his head down. He won't take his helmet off. And like a true leader that Riley is, he goes over, puts his arm around the kid, talks to him. I don't know what they said, but he gave him a pep talk. And next thing you know, he dialed up a couple plays for him, got his confidence back. And next thing you know, Jaden was back to playing at a high level and making some impressive throws in the end and getting us to where we need to be to win that game. So kudos to Coach Riley for that. And anyway, guys, I'm out. Fight on. And God bless y'all. Be safe out there, okay? Take care.